welcome to Planting Joy Garden. It is harvest time. We will finally be harvesting these turnips and those carrots. So my turnips have been growing for about 70 days. Turnips can be harvested anywhere from 45 to 75 days. Ideally, they should be the size of golf balls or a baseball, but never larger than a baseball. And I'm harvesting today because one, it's time. And then in addition to that, when they're too large, they can actually split. And we are also expecting a lot of rain, and the rain can encourage them to split. So here is an example of a nice sized turnip. So this is what I would consider a perfect plant because I have these lovely leafy greens on the top, which I love to saute with spinach. And then I also have the turnip here. It has not split, no insect pressure. So I like what I have here. This is for me a perfect turnip. So we'll be adding that to the basket. And I will be weighing these turnips. So anywhere from the size of a golf ball to the size of a baseball. Now, if you space them 4 inches apart, you're going to get bigger turnips. So this is perfect. And turnip is a wonderful crop because you get a lot of bang. You get a 2-for-1. You get the greens, which are delicious. And I like mixing my turnips with my collard greens. And you also get the turnip root itself. So let's take a look. I only want to take what's actually ready because I can allow them to grow a little longer. And I was actually hoping to make room to grow more mustards and to make room to grow out. Yes, I wanted to make room to grow mustards and to start my squash. So this is a smaller one. This is the size, just a little bit smaller than a golf ball, but there's no loss because I can also saute up the greens. I guess that cool temperature we had may have slowed them down a little. So I will definitely give them more time to grow. But I do want to harvest some for turnip greens. So I would like a nice little savory taste in my pot of greens. So I will be mixing spinach, mustards, and turnips. Now this is horribly undersized. However, the greens are perfect. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to get for today. Now, the thing about turnips, you don't have to harvest them all. You can allow the greens to get really, really large and the bulb will shrink down. That way you'll have bigger greens. But if you're trying to harvest both the greens and the bulbs, then you really want to stick to the size somewhere between a golf ball and much smaller than a baseball. Okay, so we are going to let these grow on. Now let's get a few more. So this is a nice golf ball size. So in comparison, you want your turnips anywhere from here to just a little bit bigger than this. Somewhere between a tennis ball and a golf ball. I know some people like the baseball size, but that's just pushing it for me in terms of tartness and spiciness. So I like them a little younger. So now let's go over and check on the carrots. And there are some people who totally hate the actual turnip bulb and only eat the greens. So it's just a matter of preference. Okay, so carrots and onions make great friends. And so we're going to see if we can find some nice sized carrots. Now, I don't expect for these to be long carrots. These are the short and sweet carrots. So let's take out a few. Okay, this one's pretty nice. It's a little on the thin side. Let's see if we can find one that's a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna see if we can check the shoulder size. And the shoulder is when you just kind of dig down into the dirt to try to figure out how wide your carrot is. And I just need maybe 3 carrots for the recipe I'm gonna work on. So these are a little on the small side, but I really need these carrots. I want to add them to a stew, and I don't have any carrots in the house right now. So this is one thing that's really wonderful about the carrots is you can literally come outside and grab exactly what you need when you have your own kitchen garden. Okay, now carrots generally need at least 70 to about 85 days to reach maturity, and we are not quite, we just made 70 days. So I'm not expecting really large carrots. I'm just trying to find some 3 nice sized carrots to add a little flavor to a stew I have planned for this week. And there is a helicopter going overhead, so hopefully you're able to hear me. And it is evening time here, so I decided that I would brave the mosquitoes because it was just entirely too hot to come out earlier. Okay, I'm just looking through trying to find maybe one really nice size carrot. And it's totally okay to shoulder your carrots, which means you're just digging around them as long as you're not pulling them out. You can always push the dirt back on. So here's, I mean, these are some small carrots, but I do need them. So we will give the carrots a little bit more time. And that's quite okay, you know, depending on your weather. So we had unseasonably cold weather until 3 days ago, where it went from 45, barely 40, up to 97 degrees. So these vegetables were growing at their own slow pace, and now all of a sudden it's hot. So I think this will be enough just to add that taste of carrot to my recipe. I'm also going to grab a stalk of celery from this plant here. Okay, now we're at my celery, and I just need 1 stalk just to add a little flavor. And this is the great thing. You don't have to go buy a whole package of celery and actually waste it. I can simply take 1 stalk, and sometimes that's all you need. I really should have used some snips, and I think I will go back with some snips. So when you buy celery in the store, it's watered down, but when you grow it yourself, it has a very pungent taste, and you also are able to use the leaves of your celery plant where the majority of the flavor is. So you can get a lot of pow for your recipes by using the leaves as well as the stalk. So I'm also going to harvest some lettuce since it is fully developed. Just get it in the house so that it does not bolt. Okay. And here is the lettuce I will be harvesting. So let me grab my snips so I can cut this. So I had a beautiful salad for dinner, and so I'm going to harvest this before it totally bolts. See, it's beautiful. We'll just sit this here. And I'll harvest this one as well. Oops. Okay. This is smaller. This is the Merlot. It usually grows pretty slow. It is a very hardy lettuce in that it can move from cool temperatures to very warm temperatures, and it is a slower bolting type of lettuce. And because of the color, it can stand up to some intense sunlight. So it's a great um, full sun lettuce. So we'll harvest that. And so this is what we have. Now let's take a look. Okay. So we have 2 lettuces. We have some celery here. We have our carrots. And we have some lovely turnips. And we have our turnips. So this has been a nice little harvest today. I will post the weight. So there you have it. My kitchen garden is producing for me. I have some turnips, a couple of carrots for a stew, add some flavor with celery, and some beautiful side salad to go with it all. So you just pick out a few things from your garden. The goal is to eat from your garden every single day. Have an amazing day. Happy growing. But God demonstrated his own love towards us in that while we were sinners, Christ died for us.